baby. Yeah, baby. Woo! Y'all are crazy.
Go ahead, my man.
Oh, Lord. Well, welcome. Thank you for having me.
Yes.
Thank you for having me. Oh, why don't you come up here with me and join me? If you've ever been to one of my hot spots, you know this is a very important seat right here.
Yes.
It's very important because you have a very tough job. You have a very difficult job. You have to make sure that when we get off task, you remember where we was. Pay attention. This is what a blessing today to be here. Golly, dream come true. I woke up this morning, did my run, started getting ready. I was ready, man. I was ready. Yeah, I'm ready. Tim goes, "You ready?" I said, "I'm ready." You know, I'm ready. And then Billy mic'd me up. I go, "Why are we here? How'd you get here?
What's my subject?
Why are we together?"
We're giving hope.
Oh, Lord.
We're giving hope, baby.
But, man, I'd love to, first off, thank you, Andy Albright, for building the TWC.
Yeah.
Thank you for putting on this show every week for us, dreaming, building, getting people excited about their future, because it's not, it's everywhere now, And I had a great question asked of me last night. How come y'all got so many SEAL team members? How come you got so many SEAL team members? Here's why. Because they're watching Andy every Wednesday. And they can't wait for him to come to their city and deliver their bag, their camo bag,
Boom.
And they talk about it. They speak, Debbie, they keep talking and speaking it like, we can't wait till Andy comes and delivers my bag. You with me? And it's like they're fighting for something much greater, And it's fun to watch, and it's just a blessing, and I'm grateful that I get to stand here beside my pastor, Tim Goad. I'm going to turn over here and let him say a few things, because if not, I'm going to keep going, because I've done like 2 meetings in a row. I'm headed to Pittsburgh tonight, and I'm so excited about that. But I do got an issue with Amber. I'm a little upset with her, and I need to let it out. I need to let it out. He tells me to let things out, so I'm going to let it out.
Yes.
And so Amber says, "Hey, can you do the TWC with Tim Goad?" Yeah. I mean, she don't even got to tell me the date, It's like, oh, today, sure, be there. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter, I said, awesome. I said, what is it? She goes, August, is it August 30th? Whatever today is. And I said, sure. I said, the only challenge to that is I was planning on doing the Pittsburgh meeting. So I guess I'll go ahead and cancel that, because I won't be able to get to Pittsburgh. And you don't tell a woman who does travel her whole life with everything that you can't make a flight. Within seconds, she sent me back, "Oh, you can make it." Sent me the flight and everything. She goes, "Just send me your credit card." I was like, "Oh, jeez." So here I am going to Pittsburgh tonight. I'm excited about it.
You're going to be fired up.
My man, my pastor, this guy's changed my life, Tim Goad.
Hey, buddy, here's some guys. Thank you. Woo! I love this guy, man. Andy Albright, thank you. Thank you for the privilege of allowing us to be here on the TWC today, and thank you for your faithfulness. It's really, really amazing. And to be here with Paul is a dream come true for me. I so love this guy. I love his heart. I love that he loves you, Andy. I love the fact that he loves the Alliance. So it's great to be here. 2 places I always wanted to speak, Carnegie Hall and Burlington, North Carolina at the TWC, so I finally made it. Thank you, Andy, for that. We're going to have a blast today. I do want to say just real quick to our friends in Texas, we're praying for you. We're pulling for you. We're coming for you, okay? And so I'm excited about that. Matter of fact, I'm making calls right now how I can get truckloads of bottled water down there to help not only the people who've lost what they've lost, but the rescue workers who are tirelessly giving their lives away. So we want to do that. Paul and I are so jacked up about being here. We had a talk with Andy, and man, we are fired up about the message that we get to deliver to you today. I hope you know how unique and wonderful you are. And I know we get used to hearing that sometimes, but I got to tell you, Paul and I, it's kind of our goal is before this next a little bit of time that we have with you, that you really do see that you are uniquely made and you are uniquely placed at this time to make the unique difference that only you can make. And so it's really, it's an incredible time. And so I love talking to leaders, and so I feel the warmth of this audience here in Burlington. It's really cool. You got to come if you've never been here and be a part of this. This is awesome. But I also feel the warmth of, honestly, all these guys out here that are watching and listening. You're in cars, you're in houses, you're in hotels, wherever you are right now. I just want you to know that Paul and I are here on a mission, and we're grateful for Andy for the vision and the dream that he had. Yeah. And I just got to ask you straight out of the block, man, are you a dreamer? Are you somebody that anybody in your life has ever said, that's a dreamer? That's a dreamer. Can I tell you, the first time I ever met Andy Albright, I went, that's a dreamer. That's a dreamer. And he's still dreaming. The next time when he introduced me to Paul, I left Paul and I went, man, that's a dreamer. And so today, what you got to understand is the TWC, being here and you watching this and listening to this and being a part of this was a dream in Andy's heart at one point in time. Wow. Can I just ask you a question? What is your dream right now of the lives that you're going to impact and you're going to continually resource and lift and touch? What is your dream in life? Where do you want to live? How do you want to live? Where do you want to go? Where do you want to go with your friends? What is that? Paul, one of the things I love is when you tell your story, you talk about your dream. Will you just kind of pound us on that for a minute, man? I love that. Woo, talk to me.
Mm-hmm. So I'm going to be transparent, okay? So Tim Goad's always saying to me, what's your why? You know, why? You got to know why you're here. You know, and there I am in the audience. Yeah! You got to know this stuff. You got to know your purpose, man. You know, I'm getting all fired up and I'm walking away going, oh my God, I don't know mine. Please don't ask me mine. Don't put me on the spot, Tim. Andy, don't call me out and ask me. I don't know. I don't know. Here's what I do know. You hang around the right people, you'll find it. You hang around big dreamers that buy planes and Ferraris and then throw in a Lamborghini, throw in another plane. You will discover your purpose and why you're here. Right, Jen? I mean, you'll figure it out. And one way y'all can figure it out is next week at our Instant Thunder. Everybody online listening to me, I'm assuming that everybody in here is going.
That's right.
They're going. They just said they was. But everybody out there, this is your chance next week here at our home base. This is home. To come figure out what your dream is, how you're meant to dream, and understand your why. Because you'll be with all the right people. You'll be with the types of people that have crazy dreams, and you'll get to kind of just rub off and share some of that and understand some of that, and then all of a sudden your answer will start to come. Now, it might not come the first time, but you're getting closer. You're getting closer. It's like dieting.
Talk to me, Paul.
You know, I decide I'm going to stick to this diet, and I go for it hard, and I'm ready to rock it really hard, and I'm committed to this thing, and like by 10 a.m., I'm doing good still. I'm still hanging tough. I'm still in there, right? But it's a treacherous day. It's like, oh my God, I can't wait for tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? They don't make a song, you know, called Today. Today, today. Oh my God, this hurts today. Right? So you think, so then tomorrow's here and you're fired up. I made it. And you get on the scale. Sometimes it gets worse. So sometimes you come hang around and you might walk away a bit confused, but I promise you're getting closer to your goal of deciding and figuring out why you're here. And the Instant Thunder to me, I'll never forget this. It was the last day of Instant Thunder. Andy had stayed up till wee hours of the night. I had stayed up. And he calls me on his way to here to be with everybody. And he says, hey, today's my favorite part. I said, what do you mean? He goes, today is the day that I get to learn about them. Today's the day we do their story. Today's the day they stand up and tell me them. You with me? Because the man's smart. He knows he's got to get you to dream on a certain level, but he's got to figure out where your level starts. I didn't come here to make $1 million a year. I had to pay the bills. Actually, I quit paying those. I wasn't too worried about them. I just wanted some new stuff, you know what I'm saying? I want to start over. I want to do over, you know, and Tamara and I came here broke, but $1 million wasn't there. So his favorite part is learning about you, learning about your story, trying to understand what makes you tick, what gets you out of bed, right? Understand, because we've all got stuff going on in our life, right? That video that Amp Studios made, your story, I still cry every time. I can't help it. I watch it, I cry. Because it reminds me that when I'm at a hot spot, late at night, and someone stayed, they're brand new, and they stayed through advanced training, and they're still staying around, Debbie, they want to tell me something. I better have compassion and not be worried about myself and get myself out of there. I got to be careful. They're there to tell you something. You need to understand this. You got to get to know them. So next week in Instant Thunder, whoa, do we have a perfect opportunity. And then y'all get to go, and the ones that are going, y'all get to go to the cabin.
Yeah, that's going to be fun.
You get to go to the cabin. I mean, that's like, I don't know if this is home. I don't know what we call that. Home 2? Satellite home? The other home? The other home. There we go, the other home, right? But then they get to go to the other home and see all the dreams that are being built over there. I've had so many fond memories of being in that cabin, going out and doing things I've never done before, and hanging out and meeting so many quality people for the first time, Danny and Andy, and hanging out with this man and listening to him talk to people and listen to Albright. And y'all get to go do that next week. And like Tim just said, this right here, the TWC, was a dream. We're now living the dream. Y'all with me? We're living the dream. Next week we all come together. That's another dream. And then we go to the cabin, another dream. Y'all with me? Yeah. Do y'all understand if you hang around people like that, y'all already are. If you hang around people like that, you're going to find your dream. You're going to find your why, and then he won't aggravate you when he stands on stage on Sunday morning. You got to know your purpose. How'd I do? Is that good?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I reciprocate. I got to go with it. I'm kind of one of those people like, yeah. Don't ask me. You know what I'm saying? That's my nature. Like if you come excited to me, tell me about a movie you saw. You see it? Yeah, I saw it. I want to lie, but I didn't see it. But I don't want to mess up your story. You seem so fired up about it. You know what I'm saying? So I was doing the same thing, but in time I figured it out. And you will figure it out when you decide to open up. Right? Here's what I'll ask you to do. When you come here next week, I just need you to smile when you don't want to smile. I talk about gratitude a lot. And people get that mixed up. They think, oh, gratitude. Oh, God is good. Because they got something go their way. You know? The green light stayed green and they made it to work on time. God is so good. Right? That's not gratitude. Gratitude, I have no idea what he said. Gratitude, gratitude is not that. It's when everything ain't going your way. This hurts. This is deep. It's when everything ain't going your way, you can still say, you know what? I'm walking. I personally have eyesight. My issues aren't that bad. You with me? I love myself. There we go. Why am I great? See, those are what you do when things are tough. Then that's true gratitude. Not when your team is scoring all the touchdowns. You with me? It's when things are tough. How you acting? That's a whole nother topic. We talked 2 hours about that. But that dictates how far you go in life. Okay. And I can't connect with you. I can't connect with you if I don't get to know your story, if I don't get to know your dreams, and I don't get to understand why you're here. Because I can tell you why I want to do it, but that ain't going to do anything for him. Right? I got my deal, what I want to do, but that ain't going to do anything for Terry. I don't know what's going on. Maybe Terry came here in the same situation I came when like my NSFs were breeding. Right? They were creating this little triangle of NSFs. One created, y'all know what NSF is? Insufficient funds. Insufficient funds. You know what I'm saying? I don't got those no more. But they, see, where was I? See, this is important. Connecting. Train seats. I'm just kidding. But connecting. I'm messing with you. Connecting. I was on a different level. You had to connect with me on that level. You come to me. You come blazing barrels at me. You gonna buy a Lamborghini? I'm like, I can't afford my Honda Civic. They stole it this morning. Why are you talking Lambo? You know what I'm saying? You got to be careful. You got to connect with them. You got to spend the time connecting with them. And the way you get really, really great at these connections and connecting with people, it's called habits. It's called habits. It's having the habit. I told Tim and Andy on Monday of this week, did a call, and I said, the reason people don't take the time to connect, you ready for this? The reason they don't take the time to connect is because they don't have a habit of recruiting. So when they do recruit someone, they want to hit key leader yesterday, and they don't spend the time connecting with the person. Instead, they push them out the door to write an application, and they didn't connect with the person. So it's my grandfather always used to say, one mistake will lead to another, which will lead to another, which will lead to another, which will lead to another. That's the same thing that happens right there. If you don't choose to have the habit every week of building the dream, you're going to end up in a scenario where you're going to find a superstar stud like James, and you're going to push him away, you're going to drive him away because you won't connect with him. And he's just screaming, please, ask me who I am. Ask me who I am. I want to tell you how I can help the Alliance be great. Just ask me who I am. But what happens is, because you didn't have that habit of constantly building and recruiting and building the dream, what happened is you finally got someone by probably pure accident, right? And now you want to hit key leader. By the way, you can't do that with one person. But you think you can, because you think you're on your way now. But you got to be careful. You got to be patient. You got to create the habit. Toby, here's a good one. I hear this all the time. I'll say to people, "Hey man, what's your goals this week for production?" Every time, every person, you ready? Every single person, every single time, they do this to me. I'm going to set 20 appointments. I'm going to write $10,000. Right. And I'm excited for them. I'm like, yes, let's do it. I'm going to make $250, and I'm going to dial between 8 and 10 a.m., and I'm going to dial between 1 and 3, and I'm going to dial 6 and 9, and they got it all figured out. I said, all right, that's a great paycheck. What are you going to do for the dream? When you build in the dream? Oh, I'm going to recruit some this week. Y'all hear the difference? I'm going to recruit some this week. Why don't you call your mortgage company and say, I'm going to give y'all some money this week. Sometime this week, maybe, possibly, hopefully. Hopefully I can get it up there. Probably. There's a good possibility that I'm going to pay my car payment this week. Probably. There's a 50% chance and there's a 10% chance of that happening. But they got the paycheck figured out. Andy sits up here every week begging us, please, go for the dream. Yeah. Now, he don't say this. I'm going to say it for him. He's saying to us, look what I have built for you. That's right. I barely graduated high school. I can't spell. I can't add. But, Paul, look what I have built for you. Take advantage of this. Know the dream every week. Do the dream every week. Bring people in every week. So then you can connect with them, not transact them. Keep doing it over and over. Look what I have built for you. The guy that's got the college degree and the master's, look what I've built for you. Look what I've built for you. I got this guy on the team, and he's got like a master's degree. He's an engineer making a bunch of money. Most coachable, humble guy in the world. Kind of freaks me out. I tell him, hey, you probably shouldn't do that. You should do this. And he goes, yes, sir, I'm going to do this. I don't think he knows how bad I was in school, man. I'm wanting to ask him a question. But he's just so humble and hungry. And he says, yes, sir, I'll do it. And he does it. And then I talk to someone that barely graduated high school and they want to fight me. Yeah. I'm like, real, bro, we're on the same level, man. Let me tell you how this is going to go down. You relax with your bad self. Y'all with me? But you got to go for that dream every week. It's got to be there. You got to think about it. My family will tell you. I woke up every Monday morning, Tim, and every Monday morning I wake up, I said, this is the week. And my little daughter Randy and my little daughter Tori, when they was little bitty, they'd say, what's this week? What's going on? I said the same thing every week, but they would always ask, what's going on? What are we going to do? I said, this is the week I find the one. This is the week I find the one. I find the one. I'd get on the treadmill. I'd be screaming throughout the house, this is the week. This is the week. Here's the thing, Debbie. Sometimes I didn't feel like screaming, this is the week, because I was lying. I was like, man, we're not there yet. But I just kept screaming it and speaking it and saying it and speaking it, and it hurt. I didn't wait for the green light to turn green and say, God is good. I was saying God was good when it was tough. Sometimes I'd look right at my daughters in the eyes and I'd say, this is the week. And I was like, don't look me too long in the eyes. I'm about to cry because God, I hope it is. Right? But I went for it every week. I went for it every week. Every single week I put it in there. I put it in there. I put it in there. Because I'm saying to myself, look what Andy Albright built for me. Dodo brain like myself. Yeah, feel free to clap. It's okay. Love you, man.
Is that tag in or you still going?
You go. I can keep going.
Tag team wrestling. I'm on it now.
So
I love it, man. Dude, that's awesome. So I love hearing a winner talk. I love hearing a dreamer talk. I mean, we know what we do here. We sell, recruit, and build, right? Andy set that system up. But can I tell you this? You can learn that, and you can be the best at it, because the world is full of overeducated people and underperforming. And the reason that is because we haven't gotten the dream yet. So I remember we had a bunch of SEAL team members in Miami. We were in this restaurant in Miami where the steaks were like that big, and they had crab claws in there that were like this big, and shrimp in there that were so big you couldn't even, jumbo. They were actually jumbo shrimp. I mean, they were like really big. I mean, they were real. And I remember as we were sitting around, all of a sudden somebody spoke up and said, I could live like this all the time. Yeah. And here's what I've discovered, and you got to hear me right now. The reason that people struggle so much with dreaming is because they don't know what's available. Yeah. And so what Andy has done is he's created a space, and you get to create a space where all of a sudden you can now know what's available. For a guy like Paul Roberts who said, I struggled in school, I struggled with this, I struggled with that. This business, this opportunity was made for the struggler. That's right. And can I tell you something? Most people are not living their dreams. They're honestly enduring the nightmare of their life. Most people don't lead their lives. They honestly tolerate their lives. And I just want to say this to you because I love you. Don't ever complain about what you permit. In your life, if you tolerate it, don't complain about it. Get a dream. Get a dream. The dream will help you be better at everything you do in your life. But you've got to understand that the process of a dream is you get a dream, there's going to be a struggle, and then you're going to have a prize, and that's why you have a story.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Right now, you're in the process of writing your story. God, we need your story. God Himself needs your story. We need Paul Roberts' story. We need Adam Katz's story. We need Andy Riddle's story. We need your story. And so right now, you're out there, you're writing, and it's not pretty. You're looking your children in the eye, and you want to cry. But I want to tell you, it's going to turn to tears of joy instead of tears of pain. That's right. So what is the process? Let me give it to you real quick. The process of the dream is simply this. I get a dream. You've got to define what you want. And I got to tell you something. I love you, but most people do not know what they want. They tell me they want what they want. And in life, I know people that have wanted some stuff, and then after they got it, they didn't want it. Can I get a, tell it white boy, can I get that right there? Oh, yeah. Some of you right now are going, I wanted this, but I don't want it no more. So you're going to have to find a new dream. You're going to have to find a new want, and you're going to have to turn what you don't want into what you do want. So how do I do that? Well, here's the process. Are you ready? You got to get the dream, and then you got to make a decision. Are you going to chase the dream or talk about the dream?
Okay, I hear you.
Andy Albright's looking for some people that won't talk about it, But we'll produce the results because we begin to chase it. We begin to do the things that cause dreams to become a reality. And so once you make that decision, then let me tell you what's going to happen. You're going to walk through a delay. And this is going to mess your brain up. Because we live in an instant society. You want to make me mad? Let me go get a Big Mac and then tell me I got to pull over and wait on it. I didn't come here to pull over and wait on it. I came here because I wanted fast food. Well, can I tell you, some of you, honestly, right now, you're upset, you're not grateful, because honestly, you're in this delay point where you're growing. And you're growing into the dream so that when the dream becomes a reality, you can handle it. Some of us, we want it, but we don't know what we want because we don't know the weight of the blessing yet. So I just want to encourage you in your life to understand that the next thing is you're going to get into difficulty. Can I get some witnesses in here? Well, Tim, this wasn't easy as I thought. See, can I tell you something? I've been talking to people this week, in all honesty, their dream is this: I just got to pass the test. Yes. See, some of you all so far passing the test, you don't even know what it's like. You're like, not a big deal. Well, remember the first time you got on the bike?
Yeah.
You started going, you're wobbling all over, where you falling over and you getting back on. Now you're driving down the road. No hands, Mom. She's going to get your hand back on there. Some of y'all, you've been so long since you passed your test, you don't even remember what it's like to be scared. Yeah. Going, oh my God, I've studied all I can study and I got to pass this test. If I'm going to get my test, people ain't going to get no money. Right? Don't ever forget the delay and the difficulty. Because when you do, you will lose your gratitude. The thing I love about Andy Albright, the thing I love about Paul Roberts, the thing I love about Terry Edwards, the thing I love about the Warriors, James Hill, you know what I love about them? They haven't forgotten. They haven't forgot where they started. The day you forget where you start is the day that you will lose where you are. Difficulty. The next one, I even hate to tell you this one, but I got to. All right? You're going to come to a dead end. And somebody's listening to Paul and I today, honestly, you almost didn't want to tune in. Because right now, you feel like this thing's dead. I ain't got no more left in me. I don't know where I'm going to find the strength. I'm at a dead end. And I came to talk to you. Because I want to tell you, it's always darkest before dawn. I want to tell you it's the bleakest before it gets really bright.
Yes.
And if you will just hang in there, you're going to find out that deliverance is yours. You will break through the clouds. You will break out. Paul Roberts can stand up here and tell you the story. Andy Albright can stand up here and tell you the story. You are going to stand up here and tell us the story of how you went through this process, but how the process didn't break you down, it built you up.
Yeah.
So let me tell you something right now, because it's true, you're getting better.
Yeah.
You're getting better. And as you get better, you're going to get bigger. And it's going to blow people's minds. Well, what is the skill set I got to get during the process of this? Can I give you 12 real quick? Can you write fast? This is normally an hour and a half talk. I'm going to do it. And if you want to jump in anytime, and honestly, the reason I love him being here is he's in the trenches and he can say, that's right, and you know it's right because he's in on it. So when you start out, here's what I want to encourage you to do. Your daily dozen of things I want you to do in order to get your dream packed in there. Okay? Are you ready? Number one, evaluate your life at this moment. Be open. Take a good look. And say, you know what? This is where I am, and I'm not afraid of that. The first responsibility of a leader is to define reality. Some people say, well, that's being negative. No, that's not being negative. Negative is when I say I can't do anything about it. Reality is when I say, this is where I am, but I'm coming out.
That's right. So now.
Start to count, because I'll be up by 10. I promise you that right now. By the time you get to 10, the bell will not sound off. Evaluate your life. The second thing is trade in every other little option. I see so many people want a dream, but they've got broken focus. The thing I love about this man is he's focused. He believes. You can't spend 3 seconds around him, can you, without knowing the guy's all in. I told him, I said, man, listen, the man and the message has finally met each other. The message and the man. The message that you've got, it's got to become who you are, not something you do. So as you begin to look at this, man, I'm encouraging you, trade in all the other little options for that big dream. Get rid of all the other little distractions. The third thing I want you to do is get yourself around successful people. The reason you want to get to Instant Thunder next week is because you're going to be around other like-minded people instead of people that are trying to tear you down, bring you down, don't believe in you, don't see in you. And you know what they're trying to do to you right now? Listen, please. They're trying to talk you out of your destiny by trying to get you disfocused and saying, well, you should be doing something else. Don't listen to the lies. The race doesn't go to the greatest athlete. It goes to the person that will never give up.
Wow.
So I just encourage you to do this. The fourth thing is honestly, proclaim and announce continually, I believe in my dream. This man just did that. I got my little girls up every day and said, this is the week. What are you going to speak today that is not yet there? But you're going to speak what you want, not what you don't want. You're going to speak to the future and not to your yesterdays. You and I today, you can sell, you can recruit, and you can build. But you've got to get the skills of getting your dream down, or you will work for the rest of your life. And I promise you, this needs to turn in to a purpose and a why and a mission. And when it does, it will change how you recruit. The next 90 days of your life, listen to me, you'll want to get to Instant Thunder. You're going to want to bring one more with you that you don't have presently coming. All right, you're going to get one more. We're going to hang out. We're going to be together. We're going to go to the cabin. We're going to eat food. It's going to be awesome. We're going to smile. We're going to laugh. We're going to cry. We're going to get educated. We're going to get in control of our lives, because you know what? You're going to make a decision that the noise outside of the room is no longer going to control your heart inside of you. So, come on, here we go. I'm going to proclaim it. The fifth thing I'm going to do is understand. Oh, I could stay here a while. Paul, you can jump in here. I can tell you, understand there's going to be opposition. Some of us look so surprised when people don't agree with us, when they're not happy for you. Like, really? You should expect that. You should expect that people are going to tell you it won't work, it's not possible, what are you doing? Here's the problem with listening to them. Every time you say it won't work, you'll meet somebody doing it.
Yeah. Ooh.
So you got to decide which one of those people you want to be. Andy Albright decided, I'm going to be one of these people that do it, and I'm going to find me a group of people and create a culture and a process and a team and an organization of people that not just talk the talk, but they walk the walk. Can I tell you, I see so many people in life, they want to be great, but they'll never plug in. They're like a fan. If you live in Florida, you've got to have a fan. Seriously. And they walk around with their pretty fans. They'll walk up, put it in your face, and go, there's a fan. There's a fan. And you're going like, I'd like to get some wind. I know, isn't that a pretty fan? But it's not plugged in. And I see so many people, they're plugged in over here, they're plugged in over there, but they're not plugged in here. This has got to be the day that you decide you're not going to mess around anymore. You're going to plug in. And people are going to feel the wind of unbelievable refreshing in you because you've got a dream and you're not afraid to chase it. Expect opposition. The sixth thing to do is focus on your efforts towards that dream. I love this man's focus. I love Andy's focus. I love being around you when you get focused. Focus. Most people fail because of broken focus. They do this, they do this, they do this, they do this. Come on. Focus. Plug in. Get to Instant Thunder. Get on the TWC. Get on the Friday call. Get plugged in. Get to the hot spot. Why do I need the hot spot? Well, sometimes the hot spot needs you. And sometimes you need the hot spot. But either way, you better be in the room. Because let me tell you, the reason people do this is because they look around the room and they see other warrior winners who have a dream. Have a dream. Focus. Number 7, seek out every positive principle you can to help you achieve it. Stop looking for reasons why not and start looking for reasons why. Paul, I'm going to give you a second to talk about a couple of these, if you will. Here's one that I'm begging you now. I'm on my knees begging you. Protect yourself against negative thinking and negative thinkers. I want to teach you leadership here for a second, can I? Do you need me to repeat that?
Yeah.
Protect yourself against negative thinkers and negative thinkers. Now I'm going to add something, especially if they're close friends and relatives.
I hear you.
They mean well. But I want to tell you something. Most people want people to increase their performance, but you can never increase somebody's performance until you first find out what is the most important, trusted voice that's in their head. Because whoever they believe more than you, they're going to listen to it.
That's right.
And I got to tell you now, my name's Tim. This ain't Andy, this ain't Paul, this is me. You blame me now, okay? But some of you all, you talking wrong to yourself and you believe yourself. You believe the lie. You don't think you're worthy. You don't think you're above. You don't think you can lead other people. Listen, to be a leader, all you've got to do is set an example. Only two things you can give people is an example and an opportunity. Do that for people and watch what happens. Number 9, go beyond what other people think is wise to commit to. If you haven't had somebody say, well, don't you think you're a little too fanatical about that? Then you probably have not yet sold out. Let me tell you something in life. Before people become heroes, most of them, honestly, are weirdos. And you ought to feel really good to look at somebody somewhere out there and here right now and say, I'm a weirdo and I'm doggone proud of it. Yeah, I don't think like other people think. I don't go where other people go. I don't give in when other people give in. I don't give up. I don't give out. I don't think like they do. I don't talk like they do. Somebody the other day walked up to me and said, well, you just got to understand, you're just not who you used to be. And I went, thank you. I don't want to be the same person I used to be. Every day I want to get better. Don't you?
Yes.
I want to get better. I want to get better for this guy. I want to get better for you. I want to be better for my wife and my children. By the way, hi guys, I love you. Anyhow, I can just tell you, they're probably not watching, but anyhow, I'm here. Go beyond. 10. You ready? You with me?
We're with you.
I want you to walk confidently. I want you to walk around like you already possess it. Now, can I tell you, this guy right here probably learned it from Andy Albright, but he is the master example of it. You see him walk around. I can tell you, I knew days in his life when honestly the chips were down. We ain't talking about that, are we?
Go ahead.
But can I tell you something? He's still walking the room. Hey, it's on fire. See, some days you got to speak what you want, not what you're experiencing.
That's good.
And what happens to most of us is we go, well, I'm lying. No, you're not lying. You're speaking words of faith. And that changes everything in your life. Number 11, look for every possible avenue to reach your dream. Stop looking for reasons why you can't.
Wow.
Number 12, reach out. You need me to slow down?
That was a
Slow
big
down, white boy.
one. That was a big one.
Look for every possible avenue to reach your dream. I probably would like for you to weigh in on that one, if you don't mind, if you want, wherever you want to go. Here's what I would encourage you. Reach out. This is why instant thunder is so critical. Let me talk to your heart right now, not your head. Please. Reach out to every helping hand that you can who has a similar dream. Don't stay away. Don't stay unplugged. Stop trying to fight it and build it on your own. If you will understand the process and learn these skills, they will change everything in your life. Now, I got to tell you, I've watched this man lived it. He's chased his dream. I reminded him in the room before we walked in here that the reason he got involved in the Alliance was because you heard about some trips.
Yes.
Am I right?
Yes. Yes.
So imagine, and I'm setting him up right now. Okay, you ready? Imagine what I felt like, especially knowing this man's story. Now, I'm not going to get emotional. Marines don't cry, but their eyes do sweat, and mine do continually too. But watching this man, because of Andy, and because of his faith, and because he was willing to plug in, His hand was reaching up, and everybody thought he was gone. He was down, just like a lot of you. Nobody's calling your name yet. But there was something in his soul that was burning. And he said, watch this. I've got a dream. So imagine being on a cruise in the Mediterranean, having meals, in Monte Carlo, standing on the coast of Italy with my buddy. And now, guess what? We're dreaming about Hawaii. I'm going to have some pineapple with you, Bob. I may even run 2 blocks with you. It's going to be the biggest day of your life. Come on, baby, give it to him some more, man. Isn't that awesome? Woo!
I'm jealous. I wish I could be out there taking notes. That man has lit my life on fire. Just,
I love you, buddy.
Last night in Wilmington, Adam Katz invited me up. And he talked about how we travel the world just like Tim did. What a cool thing.
Yeah.
What an amazing thing. What an amazing thing from someone that can't spell, can't add. And last night, everybody got to see my spelling skills and math skills. But here I am, you know, hanging out in Barcelona, Spain.
Yeah.
With everybody on the front row here. Cruising over to France.
Yeah.
I don't know why I did that, but I did. Then going to Italy. I feel like I want to like a cigar. Italy. I don't. It'd just be Mountain Dew, not.
You emptied the country of shoes, bro.
Yes, I did. I emptied the country of shoes. That was. But I'm you. I'm you. If you weren't there, I'm you. Please understand that. I was you. I was you. I sat there and said, I want something different. I looked at what was built. I want it. There's no difference in me, Debbie, to you. I just wanted it. It's hard to explain
Yeah.
the fine line of where I am today and where I was through thinking, through having the right thoughts, for the love of God, hanging out with the right people.
Yeah.
Like Toby, I don't proclaim to be an awesome leader. I'm an average leader at best. I'm one hell of a follower. You with me?
Yes, sir.
I follow until things just get better. Sometimes I follow and it don't make sense, but I keep following, and I keep following, and I keep following until it begins to make sense. And then all of a sudden, I get to live like this. I get to talk about all the shoes I purchase. I get to talk about my shoe room. A room, not a closet, room. My daughter moved out. I moved in.
That's a dream.
I love every Wednesday because the cleaning lady comes over there and she organizes my mess of a shoe room. I'm not kidding. I'm fired up when she shows up. I'm throwing, because every day I'm throwing stuff in there. But I'm you. There ain't no difference between you and I. If you're not where you want to be, you understand there's no difference. I just followed. I kept following when it was painful. I didn't, like all the 12 points that he just gave you, I focused
Yes.
on being at the right place. Not where I was. I didn't focus on the bills I couldn't pay. I didn't focus, James, on how painful it was. Nick, I didn't focus on how ugly the situation was. I didn't focus that I had to hide my car at times. I didn't focus on that. I focused that I was at the right place. And a lot of it didn't make sense. But I just knew in my heart I was the right people. Okay? So my focus became very crystal clear that I'm at the right place. I remember a time, Angela, and my wife's very supportive. She's an incredible woman. God bless her. God bless her for putting up with me, for staying with me, believing in me. You with me? I've always had incredible women in my life that believed in me. My grandmother, my mother, my sister. It's just been a blessing in my life. See how I choose to magnify the great. Could tell you about my dad. But what I want to tell you is how great I was raised by my mother, my sister, my grandmother. And now I have a wonderful wife that believes in me. But I remember one day, we were laying in bed, and she says, "When's enough enough?" I said, "What do you mean?" And she said, "This whole thing, this whole dream of yours with NAA."
Wow.
I stood up on the bed. I screamed. Cover your ears. I said bad words, a bunch of them. Angry, so angry, Matt. Just angry, Terry. Yelling, screaming. Jumped off the bed, went through the front door, or went out the bedroom door, slammed the door so hard, Toby, Jen, that the pictures fell off the wall. But guess what? Tamara needed to hear that. Now, I wish I could take back some of the bad things, the cuss words. I wish I could take that back. But Tamara needed to see my passion. She didn't need to see me cower and say, "Baby doll, just give me one more week. If by December it ain't working, we done." Because you might as well say, in December, I'm done.
Right. That's right.
You might as well just say it. When people say that to me, I'm like, yes, you've already predicted your future.
Yeah.
I didn't predict that. I didn't predict it so much that I yelled, and the woman that believes in me and trusts me and loves me, I screamed at her angry. Mad as all get out. Walked out. Now, she still acted like she was mad at me. But she knew I did right by her. But I did the right thing. She needed to hear that. She needed to hear my passion that I was going. There wasn't no quit. Y'all with me? Please understand that it ain't always going to make sense, but you just keep doing it. I remember a perfect time in my life when... What is that? I've never had a perfect time in my life.
When you were with me,
Oh yeah, I was with him.
You were with me.
I was hanging out at G5 Ranch having
There
the
you
perfect
go.
time of my life.
Yeah.
No problems at all.
None.
It's great.
Yeah.
Great. There was a time in my life when Tim said, "I want you to read Psalms." I didn't grow up reading the Bible. I was like fired up. Sure, I'll do it. Leader says it. I follow. I do it. So I'm reading Psalms. Keep in mind, I've barely read the Bible. And I'm confused. Because I'm reading this stuff where this guy's angry and he's mad and he's ungrateful. And I'm like, what is Tim giving me to read? I think my Bible's wrong. I better call him. So I called him up and I said, "Hey, I think I got the wrong book." He says, "What do you mean?" I said, "This dude's angry, and then one second he's happy, and then he's angry, and then he's happy. What's up with this dude?" He said, "Keep reading your Bible. Your Bible's fine. Don't worry. Keep going. Keep reading. But understand it's life." I didn't understand that. You know, a lot of times I hang up the phone with him and Andy, I'm like, "Yeah, I got it." What did you say? You know what I'm saying? But I walk away a little too confidently, you know what I'm saying? Y'all ever walked off an elevator on the wrong floor, you know? You truck it, man, you truck it. And then you notice you're on the wrong floor, but you go ahead and let the elevator close and don't need to see them people again, you know what I'm saying? You just play it cool. I'm on the third floor. I wanted to walk anyhow. Where are the stairs, man? Where are the stairs, you know? Yeah, whatever. But I kept reading, and then I called him again, and I remember exactly where I was. Tamara had actually walked out of the front door of the house. I'm sitting by the mailbox, talking on the phone. She's trying to figure out why I'm out there talking, and I said, "Dude, I'm just not getting this." I said, 1 minute he's happy, 1 minute he's ungrateful. What's going on with this guy? He says, "Paul, it's you." He goes, "Have you ever been happy and then mad?" Oh! What a life lesson. Yeah. You're talking about me. Like 1 minute you're fired up about life. Who's that way? And then all of a sudden you're like, why was I happy? Right. This morning I was ready to tackle the world, right? And I'm on the road driving scared. What happened, you know? I said, "That's me." Now what if I would have stopped reading because my pea brain didn't understand it? "Tim, I don't get it, I ain't doing it." How many times have we walked away from something we didn't understand from great people like Andy Albright? We've walked away from it because we didn't get it. But if we'd have just kept going ahead, kept going and going and going, thank God. Because I've learned so much from Andy. I got to talk about last Friday, the activity call last Friday.
Yes.
He lifted the world from my shoulders. He lifted the world from so many people on my team. He lifted the world, this world of pain and just, and angst and frustration and confusion. His words lifted it right off when he said, your thoughts, your bad thoughts are not your fault. I wanted to cry. You mean to tell me all these bad thoughts, that it ain't my fault? Oh, for the love of God, thank you for saying that. Because I got jacked up thoughts. I'll be in G5 church, Patricia, and he's up there preaching. And I'm like, whoa, how did I think about that? Like I'm a dude, right? I'm like, whoa, get that, where'd that come from? You know what I'm saying? I don't think I should be. I'm about to catch on fire. I'm going up in flames right now. The man's preaching, and here I am thinking about that. Anybody else with me on that one? Oh, thank God, okay. Wanted to make sure. Everybody in TV land, y'all good with that? Y'all been there before? Raise your hand if you've been there before. Even if you're driving, raise your hand. Both hands.
That's right.
But wow. And so what happened since last Friday, y'all ready for this? Check this out. I've had less bad thoughts.
Wow.
I took the pressure off myself. It ain't my fault. It ain't my fault. He says, what is my fault is what comes through my mouth. If I have a bad thought, do I still say, hey, Terry Edwards, I love you? If I have a bad thought, do I say, Jen, I love you. I love you, Jen. Or do I let everybody know? You with me? See, that is within my control.
Right. Right.
This is the part of my hotspot meeting where I draw you on the board and I write a circle around it. But now we got a book about it. Most powerful thing we got. Because now I understand what I was doing. See? Didn't understand. Now I understand what I was doing on that treadmill and looking at my kids and speaking. This is the week. Now I get it. I can control what I say. I can control what I speak. See, your thoughts come into you so fast, so quick, so horrible, so horrific, right? But when I speak words, only one word can come out at a time. My brain's not cluttered right now as I'm speaking to you, Debbie. Now, some of y'all are looking at me and your brain's cluttered. You're thinking about weird things. I know you are, because you're not doing the speaking, I'm doing the speaking. Only one word, only one thought's coming out right now for me. For you, you're thinking about how bad you're going to beat the kids when you get home. Now, maybe that's just me and Terry, because he laughed really hard. And y'all are all above that stuff. But when you belly laugh like that, you know he was thinking about it. See, I didn't understand all this stuff. You with me? But then this man says to me on Friday, he says it's not. And so now I've had less bad thoughts. And now my focus has even been clearer than what it was.
Wow.
So I've taken that pressure off myself.
Wow.
As he was going through the 12 things, I was like, I got to write this down. 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 I want to write this down. If I get a pen, if I borrow a pen from Kyle while I'm up here, will it look bad? I want it to say, hey, Billy, can I get a pen? Because my thoughts are so clear, I had to. But, he made a great point. Y'all ready for this? He made a great point. And he's just being a helpful, great team player because that's what he is. He said, you can have my notes. But guess what? It's more powerful to him because he wrote it.
Yeah.
You understand that?
Yeah.
I can take all of y'all's notes.
Yeah.
Y'all got the most out of it.
True.
Y'all got the most out of it. Please understand that. And I know my man was trying to look out for me, trying to help me. And I will steal his notes. And I will steal his notes. But ultimately, it's when he speaks it and it goes from here to a piece of paper, does it ultimately start to crystallize within inside of you, and then you start to get it and you don't even know you're getting it. You with me? See, this is all how we connect with people and get people to come here next week to Instant Thunder, because then they start going, okay, y'all just as jacked up as we are. Yeah. Like what he said about passing the test. It's ironic that he said that, because this morning when I was jogging, I said, you know what? I got to remind all the leaders that have been here for a long time, when you show up to Instant Thunder, I know you know where you are, but they're scared to death. When I walk through that building, so many incredible, my thoughts are flooded with so many incredible thoughts, just beautiful thoughts. I think about the first time that my mother came here about 9 years ago and she heard me speak here.
Wow.
And how important that was to me, James, and how important that building right outside this wall right here, how important that is right there. Because that was the first place. That was the first deal. And now I've got the other one back there because my mom got to see me there 10, 12 years later in that one.
Yeah.
But here's the deal, gang. My people ain't feeling what I'm feeling. They're not there yet. I got to connect with them. Just because I know where to go, just because I know where everything is, they don't. I know how to turn on the TWC. I know it's every day at 11:30. I can't look at someone and say, we sent you an email. Right? They don't know. I know the emails come. They don't know the emails come. They don't know the text messages come. We got to connect with them on their level. I love what he said, because we like send people off to take their test and like, go pass it. And then you don't connect with them. And because you don't connect with them, then you come to me and you say, I brought a whole bunch of people in here, Paul, and I can't get nobody to do nothing. Oh yeah, it's all their fault. I get it. I get it. You have been relieved of all problems.
Yeah.
Way to go. No, we didn't connect on their level. Think how scared they are. That's why when someone calls me up, Matt, when someone calls me up, and they're all bummed out, just bummed out, Bart, just like, God, man, I failed the test. I'm immediately like this. Thank God. Woo! I was thinking you was one of those nerds that passed the test real easy, and you was never going to write no business. Man, I'm so excited. Some people just come in here and they pass the test. It's the ones that do it like 3 years. If you could fail like 5 times, I could guarantee you a backpack for SEAL team. Guaranteed. Guaranteed you're going to get one. Y'all with me?
Yeah.
Take that pressure off them. Andy takes the pressure off of me saying, hey, your thoughts ain't your fault. You know what I'm saying? That gets me so excited. I still can't quit thinking about that. They're not my fault.
Wow.
They're not. It's not my responsibility. It's not my burden. Now, I got to speak against it. Don't get me wrong. I can't sit around and say, woe is me. No, if y'all didn't get to hear that, if y'all didn't get to hear last Friday's call, go to Alliance Media, get it, listen to it 100 times. We never know where it's going to hit us. I love what he said. It's when you show up when you don't want to show up, you get the most.
Boom.
Anybody been there? Anybody been there? Some days you're just going, man, I'm in an airport. Golly, I could skip TWC today. Andy be fine with it. Andy wouldn't care. And you know what? Andy don't. It ain't hurting him. Hurting me. You with me? I have no idea why my hand's still raised.
I'm in.
Thank you. But just because we don't understand everything, like I said, doesn't mean we stop.
Right.
We keep getting to people. We keep getting to their hearts. Start asking questions like, hey, where you from? In fact, I got a cheat sheet for you to help you out. Y'all ready? It's called the Alliance Training Manual, the ATM. The second page. This is how it works. My name's Paul Roberts. I grew up in Spring, Texas. What's your name? Where'd you grow up? Kyle Cater, upstate New York. Upstate New York. I hear that a lot. What exactly does upstate New York mean? Now, don't keep going with me. But you see what I'm saying? The ATM's right there. It's your cheat sheet. That's how you get to connect with people right there. It's built into our deal. We get an opportunity right there to connect with people by an ATM that we also use, what? Inside the home. Powerful tool, right? Because I don't need to talk about me. At this point, I need to learn about him. I don't need to tell him how great our leads are. They're great. I know they're great. I ain't got to worry about it. I don't need to talk about how great our insurance companies are. They're awesome. They're great. I know this. I ain't got to talk about it. You with me? But instead, at this point, I need to learn from him. Who gotten them crazy calls, recruiting calls? I just want to call you because we got a new product in your area, and we're going to give you an exclusive lead thing. And we got a new product, age 50 to 85, and it comes with a critical and chronic illness, terminal illness thing rider. And I think it would fit you just this is a message, by the way. And I think it would fit you just perfectly. You don't know me. I don't even know what chronic and terminal. I know what that means. What are you talking about? You with me? Here's the great news. Y'all ready? That's our competition. Boom, yeah.
That's right.
I'm kidding you not. I had a guy in Charlotte, North Carolina, sit on the back row. He comes up to me at the end of the meeting, and he hugs me. He says, "Thank you." I said, "For what?" He said, "I just went to an insurance seminar." This was a gentleman a little older than me. I just went to an insurance seminar, just like this. In the first half hour, they talked about how they were going to get rid of me, how half of us in the room weren't going to make it, how half of us weren't good enough. You ain't even going to make it with us. You ain't even good enough. He said, he goes, "I almost didn't come here."
Wow.
But you ready for this? I got one more text from Chris Long telling me to come meet you.
Boom, yeah.
I got one more text. I said, I'm going to give this a shot, but good God, if they're going to be jerks just like them other jerks, I'm out of here. And then you come up here, and you have your whole team come up here, and the whole team that's standing behind you says what you're saying, that we're all inclusive, that we need you to just bring all your heart. We don't care where you come from. We don't care what junk you got going on in your life right now. And you know what? I'm believing you that you're really meaning that. I said, I am meaning that. Let me tell you about me. See, when I say I am you, please understand I am you. You with me? Your people are you. The junk you're going through, get it out of the way for a second and listen to somebody. This man hugged me. Was so excited. Was so happy. He didn't want to go to another. I mean, how did you think that man, I'm predicting he might have been 55, 60 years old. I don't know. But do you think that man at that age wanted to go to a meeting and be demeaned like that by some... He don't deserve that.
Amen.
He don't deserve that. You know what he does deserve? Us. See, when I get up and say, and I say it all the time in every hotspot meeting, every time I speak, I say this every time, the United States of America needs the alliance. We have all come together, we have all connected, we have all decided, you know what, we're all messed up, we all have stupid thoughts. I mean, last night when Adam Katz was introducing me up there, and he was talking about us walking the beaches in the Barcelonas and heading out to Fiji and all these other great places, do you know what I was thinking about? Peanut M&Ms. I ain't lying.
It's a good thought.
It's a good thought. Thank you. Hey, Pastor said it was a good thought. So we're sitting, and this is, it ain't my fault. It ain't my fault. It ain't my thought I'm thinking about M&Ms. But he said it was a good thought, so it was mine. I did that one on purpose. That thought was on me.
That was a good one.
I have lost control. Stop talking. Okay. By the way, this is like most of my hot spots. I'll be like 2 minutes about ready to finish up, and someone say, "Hey, you going to talk about leads?" "Oh yeah, crud. We got leads." People come up, "I want to join." "What do y'all do?" "Oh no!" But I love Andy Albright. Come on. So anyhow, so I'm sitting on the plane from Spain to Pittsburgh, something like that, and Philadelphia, and I saw Adam Katz. He was like, "I'm here, Tamara's here, she's on the aisle," and then they got the aisle thing right there, and then Adam's right there in the middle, right there, and then his wife Beth is right there, and he pulls out this huge bag of M&Ms. I mean, good God, it was. And I brought nothing. And it's a 9-hour flight. I'm going, oh. what I would give to sit beside Adam Katz right now. You know what I'm saying? Tamara's watching a movie, and she's really into this movie, so I'm afraid to interrupt her. You know what I'm saying? He's into his movie, so I'm afraid to interrupt him, and I can't take the pressure no more. I just can't take. I can't take it.
Give in to the dream.
Can't take it. So I said, and Tamara gives me that evil eye. I said, can you ask Adam if I can have some of his M&Ms? And she goes, no. I said, well, you're closer to him. I can't get to him. Please ask him for. So she finally reaches over, grabs the M&Ms, and you know, you do the polite thing. You only take like 4 or 5, right? And you pass the bag back, and they just go away too fast. They're just gone like that. And I'm like, man, we got like 7 hours left on this flight. Maybe next time I'm just going to keep the bag. But I waited a good 30 seconds, and I said, baby doll, will you get the bag? So this time he just hands the bag and goes, keep it. And I was like at a movie theater, I said, just enjoy your movie. Sorry. So he's introducing me, and I'm thinking about M&Ms. It ain't my fault, Terry. It ain't my fault. What were we talking about, man? You got an important job here. Don't let me...
Connections. That's a safe thing to say.
He don't know either. He don't know either. Have fun, make money, make a difference.
Boom, yeah.
Here's the deal. I watch too many people, Toby, just say that, and it's very cliche. Oh, we have fun, make money, make a difference? And then they complain about the weather. Have fun, make money, make a difference? And they complain about politics. Have fun, make... You can't do that. We live it. We live having fun. Y'all are proof of this right now. Every hot spot I go to, oh, Angela, it feels so good to get out on the road and go to these hot spots. And Patricia, I don't serve. I get served. I get filled up. I get so filled up. I ain't out there doing nothing. Y'all are filling me up. Good God. You're filling the Alliance up. You're filling Andy Albright up because you're hugging each other. You're taking ownership of the meeting by saying, you know what? When someone walks through that door of our meeting, of our Wilmington hotspot, of our Burlington hotspot, of our Atlanta hotspot, when someone walks through our door, they're going to feel welcomed.
Boom, yeah.
And then what y'all do collectively is his job to make them feel welcome. It's his job to make them feel welcome. It's his job to make them feel welcome. And you don't rely on, well, we got Terry Edwards. He's fun and everything. He'll make everybody feel welcome. I'm just going to sit over here and complain about how long it took me to get here. Y'all ain't doing that. Instead, you're all jumping in and saying, he going to make them feel welcome. I'm going to make them feel welcome because Andy Albright says we must connect.
That's right. Yep.
And it's happening everywhere.
Yeah, it is.
Everywhere. I mean, I go home, or my hotel. I go to my hotel every night, and Nick has traveled me all this week. God bless him for driving me around, and he's gotten a real perspective of how jacked up I am. Sharing a room with me ain't cool, man. It's a mess. The whole thing's messed up, and I got stuff everywhere, and I think I packed some stuff in his suitcase on accident and then pulled it back out. I think I might have stolen something from him. And then I had this shirt, and it was kind of wet from my workout this morning, and I threw it away. He goes, why are you throwing that away? I said, because I don't feel like taking it back on the plane. And he goes, I love that option. He goes, I can't wait till I can get an option like that, man. It's a little dirty. I'm going to throw it away. Okay. And so I threw away my shirt, and then thank God, and see, I forgot what I was talking about. Oh, yeah. So I get back to my hotel room every night, right? And my heart is overwhelmed with joy.
That's right.
And I think about where I've come from.
Yeah.
And I think about the days, and try not to laugh because I'm being serious, when I was driving my car, wondering how long I was going to keep the car. I remember the days trying to figure out what I was going to say to Tamara as to why the car was going to get taken, but I was still fighting this dream. Going for this dream, I should say. You with me? Because then I come back to my hotel room and I get to hang around beautiful people with beautiful smiles, welcoming, open their arms, hugging each other, completing each other, not competing with each other.
Talk about it, Paul.
And I just go, wow. And here's why I tell you this. I am you. I want you to have this life. The money's great. I ain't giving it back. I like it. But you know what? You can seriously take it away. I'm having so much fun. I'm having fun connecting with people, because when we connect with people, guess what? That's when we get the results. That's when the results come. Don't put the cart before the horse. Don't give someone a set of leads, send them out to the field, and not even know anything about them. Not even knowing their last name. Just because you want to go to the next level. Do we need applications? Oh God, yeah. But notice what I said earlier. The pressure was taken off of me when Andy said, those thoughts ain't my fault. I take the pressure off the new agent by getting to know them and the application not being the most important thing. I don't put pressure on the sale. I don't put pressure on the agent. You with me? I put pressure on myself to keep bringing more people in. That's the pressure I set for myself. Not to force this person to go out and do something. Because I got to connect with them. It's going to take a while. I got to get to know who they are. Got to spend some time with them. Go to breakfast with them. Do whatever I got to do. Share a room with them. Y'all know I'm rich enough to get 2 rooms. I don't have to share a room with Nick. But to get up and stay up late and talk about dreams and goals and get to understand about this man. Understand that this man lost his mother when he was 13 years old to cancer. Abusive father. This man got a story. Check it out. You got a story. You got a story. We all got one. And that's when this whole thing comes together, and I'm watching all of us fight for each other and lift each other up and build each other up. I'm going to try not to cry. Last night, one of our heroes in our team, George, is fighting for SEAL team, to get his first SEAL team, to get his first backpack. Because guess what? Andy Albright's coming to Dallas in a week or two. 2 weeks, right? And George so desperately wants Andy to hand him that backpack. You with me? George is pretty new with us. He's running another business. He's running another business, not a job, a business. See, a job, like, how can I do this part-time? Is it a job or a business? Is it a job? Oh, it's easy. Because when you leave the job, you leave the job.
Right.
When you leave your business, you never leave your business. He's got payroll of 18 people. You with me? He's got people calling sick. Yep. Like he was flying here to a family reunion, people calling in sick. That's a big difference. So he'd understand pending and understand some people. One of our other agents reaches out to him that no financial bearing whatsoever, Patricia. No financial bearing, Bart, nothing. And says, hey, I saw that you're close to hitting SEAL team. He said, yeah, I am, but I got these policies that are sitting and pending and I don't know what to do with them. She sent an email on his behalf to Darwin Herm, not for herself, for him, and said, hey, one of our buddies, one of our people that fight with us, he really wants to get SEAL team. He really wants to get handed that backpack when Andy comes to town. Darwin, can you please help him on these following cases? That is the dream Andy Albright's been fighting for.
Yeah, baby.
Woo! When you put all of your stuff aside and you're running down the road and someone's falling over, Terry, and we turn around and pick them up. That's the dream and the connection that Andy Albright been fighting for. And that's what we have in this room. That's what we have in Wilmington. That's what we've got in Charlotte, Atlanta, Georgia, Rancho Cucamonga. Yes, I can say it. I have practiced and practiced. Sacramento, I can't spell it. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. You know what I'm saying? I get in a fight with the English dictionary where we get angry at each other. I got in an argument with some lady in Fiji about Fiji last night, you know. I kept writing on the board, F-E-E-G. I said, what does that spell? She says, Fiji. And then I'd write F-I-J-I. And I said, well, that spells. She goes, Fiji. I said, no, it doesn't. And I put it back on the board, and we got it till she got it right. And she went, Fiji? I said, we connecting, girl. You're going to get rich with us, man. This is the dream Andy's been fighting for. We ain't a company. Something happened at family reunion. Just by naming it. family reunion. Something changed. Angela, I'm watching people speak differently in meetings. Rarely do I hear y'all call it a company no more. You say like, hey, I got this guy and he's new to the family tonight. This is his first time to meet the family.
Wow.
I'm watching it, Matt, I watched it happen in Charlotte. You was there? Where were you? Charlotte, right? Okay, good. I've been a lot of places. I'm trying to figure out where everybody was. That'd have been bad. He goes, I haven't been anywhere with you all week. We better be careful that ain't your fault thing. You know what I'm saying? we take it a little too far. Yeah. Me and Terry just run with it.
Green light.
I'm going home tonight looking at my wife and saying, ain't my fault.
That's right.
I'm kidding. One of our core values says the opposite to all of this. But that's what we've been fighting for. That's what but here's the deal. Like the map of the hotspot meetings, y'all ready? Look at all the opportunity there. It's huge. We got work to do. We got more people to connect with. We got more people to love on. We got more people to get to the family. We got to get more people here next week to Instant Thunder. Y'all with me? And then we got to do it again in November. And sometimes people will come here and you'll even be confused, Matt, as to why you're inviting them. Jen, you'll be confused why you invite them because you're thinking, ain't got a prayer, but good, go. You know what I'm saying? Get them there. Give them a shot. Let their story be heard. Nick's got a story. He's got a story that's got to be heard. And here's what I know. When he shares his story, Tricia, you've seen this. When they share their story, you've seen this, Terry, you know what happens. Welcomed. They are welcomed in our family. I got to sit on stage, on Andy Albright's stage, a stage he built, in a business where we sell applications, right, and recruit people. And he said, I want you to get on that stage and say you're a recovered alcoholic. Had nothing to do with applications. Y'all with me? Had nothing to do with any of that. He goes, get on up there. Tell him your story. It's a beautiful man right there. Beautiful man to take time away from the nuts and bolts. Did I even do that right? Sometimes I do this and I'm way off. Doesn't belong there, Paul. Okay. Took time away from the nuts and bolts to connect and to connect with so many people.
Yes.
What a beautiful thing. Listen, I need to hear from y'all. Y'all are proud of me. You need to hear from me. I'm proud of you. I need to hear from you. You're proud of me. You need to hear from me. I'm proud of you. Jason and Matt did a conference call 2 weeks ago, activity call. I'm out running, listening to it. Then 1 minute later, I'm in tears. Matt, tell me how proud he is of me. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you for this moment. Thank you for allowing this man to speak life into me and tell me he's proud of me. But guess what? It ain't over. Toby, you need to hear me say I'm proud of you, brother. Matt, proud of you, dude. We can do this thing. Tricia, proud of you. James, proud of you. We keep doing this, and we keep doing this over and over and over. We all buying Lamborghinis.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
You know what I'm saying? I've been telling this man and Andy Albright, yeah, I'm going to buy a jet. I'm going to buy a jet. I look at them in the eye, I'm going to buy a jet. I don't know where I'm going to park it. I mean, I have an issue at the house right now because the Corvette's in the garage. My truck is right behind it. Tamara's car is right here. And I want to take the Corvette. It's all stuck up in there. I can't, it's blocked. I don't want to be the one that have to move the truck back, come back, get the vet, move the vet back, come back, take the truck and put it here. The problems I have. You with me? Where am I going to put a plane? Plane can't, where I got nowhere for the plane. Because that was my small thinking. That was my small, like, oh my God, I don't know what to do. Hanger, it's a weird word. I hang my clothes on that, right by my shoe room. No need a hanger. But guess what? Guess what's happening now? I believe I'm buying a plane. I truly believe it. So if you're saying things you don't believe right now and you're kind of walking away, go, did I just say that? I hope you don't look at my bank account, you know what I'm saying? You know? But you keep saying it. You keep speaking it. One day you'll believe it. Now I believe it. Because this whole Pittsburgh situation's a nightmare. I got to go to RDU, go through security, hope the plane takes off on time to get to the meeting on time. I could have my plane right outside there, right by his helicopter, right by your boat. How y'all going to get there? I'm going to take the boat. He's going to take the plane. He's going to take the helicopter. And we get out. But I'm telling you, it's going to happen. Because I'm speaking it. I need y'all to speak it. I need y'all to say it. I need you to magnify the great things about Andy Albright and run with it. We can pick people apart. Sometimes this is what will happen to you as a leader. This person right here wants to talk bad about their leader. You with me? And they come up to you and they talk bad about this person right here. And every time the exact same thing, and everybody on the listener right now say, "Oh wow, you said that to everybody." Yeah, I ain't get that smart. I said, let's not nail them to the cross just yet. Because guess what? You're going to have your chance to be a leader. Someone will be mad at you. Someone will be frustrated with you. You're going to do something wrong. I've done something wrong since I've been up here. James has told me 100 times, don't stand there. Go there. Go here. You ought to watch him. He's directing traffic. I'm messing up right now. You with me? Let's not crucify. Let's not just not get rid of this person. They're going to make mistakes. You're going to make mistakes. Why don't we magnify what's great about them? Hey, by the way, they're key leader.
Yeah.
They're key leader. Why don't we talk about that? Let's be careful. Because I love you, and one day, guess what? You going to want me to stick up for you. Because your person right here going to come to me and say, "You're not treating me right." What do you want me to say to him? Oh, just come to me on everything? Now, am I saying that sometimes a person right here needs to be, yeah. But be careful. I choose to magnify the great things about Andy Albright. I choose to magnify that he is living, have fun, make money, make a difference. I choose to magnify those things. He's making a difference. He's making money. He's having fun. I almost said he's making fun. He kind of almost is. You with me? I choose, and I ask everybody to do that. Do it with your wife. If I ever call him, it's like sometimes I call him and I want to complain about Tamara. I'm home. He's a dude. He should be on my side. We should be all big. Yo, man, come on. Let's complain about her for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You know how it is, Tim, when she does this. He says, what I need you to do is magnify the great things about Tamara. I said, well, that ain't cool. She wrong.
She way wrong.
She might have messed up. I don't want to talk
Ain't
about
my
that.
fault.
You go magnify the great things. I'm like, oh, jeez, whatever, dude. But then I do, and things get better. Then I magnify the great things, and great things start to happen.
Yeah.
You with me? I'm asking you to practice this. Practice it with the person you're sitting beside, your teammates. Become one as a team. Find the great things about them. Quit picking them apart. And then here's the last thing I'm going to say to you. I'm going to pass it back to my man, Tim Good. I need you to magnify the great things about you. I hear y'all talking to me, y'all call me, and you're beating yourself up.
That's it.
I'm begging you. I am begging you. Magnify the great things about yourself, because you can't go anywhere until you begin to magnify what's great with you. Then and only then can you receive what this man teaches you. Then and only then can you receive this business that Andy Albright has put together for us. When you're smiling and you have gratitude, you accept things. When you don't have gratitude and you're mad at yourself, you can't receive it. It bounces off you. Andy can be talking to this person. This guy's smiling. He's happy. He don't even know why he's smiling, but he don't care because I told him just smile. It works. This guy ain't smiling because he wants to tell me how bad things are. He can't wait for me to shut up to tell me how bad things are. And Andy's teaching both of these guys, and he's pouring into them, and he's crying, and he's giving them everything he got. He's receiving everything, and he's growing inside, and he's changing as a person. Block. I'm begging you. Toby, I'm begging you, magnify the great things of your life. Terry, magnify the greatness in your life. Quit picking. Golly, you know what I'm going to say to you? You're my friend. I need you to quit picking my friend apart. You're messing with my friend. Stop it. Leave yourself alone. Find greatness, please. I beg of you. Stay around this man and Andy Albright, you will.
You rock star. I love this guy. Woo! Love it. Woo! All right, so a couple things I want you to write down real quick. Are you ready? Before you will ever be a great leader, you have to be a great follower. The reason that Paul Roberts is such an incredible leader and becoming better and better and better is because he's such an amazing follower. He loves Andy Albright. So I just want to encourage you, don't think that being a follower is not important. Because a real leader knows at any moment he's going to switch from being a follower to a leader. It's not about you, it's about the team.
Amen.
And that's what he's been talking about.
Amen.
Second thing I want you to know is everybody needs somebody to perform for and somebody to perform with. 7 years ago, Andy Albright called me. I was speaking for a company in Minnesota. He said, Tim, can you get to this event? And I called the company and said, if you want me to speak for you, you've got to fly me because there's no flights after I get done speaking to you. They flew me on a private jet to Burlington. They picked me up, and I went to a restaurant. I won't get emotional. And I got to hang out with some really cool people. And as I was sitting there with Andy and some of his leaders, I went, wow. Wow. The opportunity that we have with this team. Somebody to perform for and somebody to perform with. You see, you'd have to be on a train with me going from the boat into Rome when Jane Hill was making sure that my family was taken care of.
Amen.
You'd have to be there with me, man, when I had dinner with this beautiful couple right here on the boat and we hung out. And man, I got to be just a bit closer to you, Terry, and to find your heart. I got to hang out with Andy Albright when he bought his cars. I got to be there when he got his hangar. And I got to be there when he got that first plane. And I got to watch his eyes dance. Everybody needs somebody to perform for and somebody to perform with. Men, can I just talk to you for a second? My dream for you is that when you walk in your house, your wife will love and respect and honor you, and you will have earned her respect so much that she'll think, even though you know you're not perfect, she'll think that you walk on air. I hope for every woman, listen to me right now, that you will have that man in your life that believes in you, that sees in you, that elevates you, that builds you up and not tears you down, that does what Paul just talked about. I'm going to find the good. We could spend a lot of hours finding fault. I think we could all agree on this today, team. If we're going to connect, if I'm going to find that somebody to perform for and somebody to perform with, they're probably not going to be perfect. So I don't demand perfection. I do ask people that I connect with to strive for excellence. Just make a decision today that you're going to connect, that you're going to dream, that you're going to get a mindset, that you're going to think new thoughts, that you're going to build new habits in your life, that you're going to honestly become the person that you've always dreamed inside of you, you know you can become. And also the person that everyone around you, their life will get better because they're near you. Andy Albright, you're that person in all of our lives. Jane, thank you for your love and your support and your care. Paul Roberts, what an honor for me to be a part of this call today with you. Go make this the greatest day you've ever had, the greatest minute, the greatest hour, the greatest week. Light up somebody's world by letting them know how much you believe in them. It's your time. Go get them. Charge. Woo!